Hello everyone, my name is Harold Meyer. For those of you who are new, we try to do videos every single day. And the best way to stay up to date is to subscribe. And today we're going to be talking about Genesis, or we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 21. But before we do that, we got some other stuff we're going to be reading. We're going to be reading from Finding God, from a book called Finding God in Video Games. We're on page 12. We're going to be reading 2 Thessalonians 3:13 and Philippians 4:1-6. But before we do those two verses, we got two short Bible verses that we're going to be. We got two short paragraphs. Sorry, this isn't scripted. So even in the best games, I find myself reaching a place of gamer fatigue. It's not necessarily that the game has changed, but it's that the gameplay has previously felt new and exciting, feels like a bit clunky, feels a bit of a grind, and I start doing things out of the sense of obedience or repetitiveness, which does not really feel like fun. Anymore. If I wanted to platform boring and repetitive tasks, I would probably go wash dishes and laundry that's waiting on me in real life, in the real world. I may want to find something else to play. Something else. Wait, where am I at? I may want to find something else to play, but I know that grinding periods eventually lead to a rewarding in-game that was the whole reason I started playing the game in the first place. We all get tired, drowned, or feel fatigue at some point in our walk with Christ, and it's easy to reach a point of frustration when that we are trying to lead to our desired results as fast as we prefer. If our service to the Lord starts feeling like competitiveness, it seems it's time to remind ourselves of being the big picture. Let's not simply quit because the path feels boring and the progress isn't visual yet. Our patience, obedience is generally invisible growth, and the Lord will be faithful to complete His work. Second Thessalonians 3:13. But as the Lord, you, but I, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. But as for you, brethren, do not grow weary in doing good. Philippians 1:6. Being comforted is the very thing that Halo has begun a good work in you, completed until the day of Jesus Christ. So basically, look, sometimes it takes time for things to go right. It takes time for us to feel appreciated. It does. It does. It does. It does. Like this YouTube channel, right now it's not really that big, but it's taking time to grow. It is. It is. It is. It is. And God loves us. He knows. He loves us. He knows. He loves us, he knows, he loves us, he knows. He loves us, he knows, he loves us, he knows. Now let's read from this.
Genesis 21. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived, and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as God had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And Sarah said, God hath made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. And she said, Who would have said unto Abraham, that Sarah should have given children suck? For I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew, and was weaned. And Abraham made a great feast, the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had borne unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even with Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. And God said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in thy sight, because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman. In all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called. And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and took bread and a bottle of water, and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder, and the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the shrubs. And she went and sat her down over against him a good way off, as it were a bowshot, for she said, Let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over against him, and lifted up her voice, and wept. And God heard the voice of the lad. And the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven, and said unto her, What aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God hath heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad, and hold him in thine hand, for I will make him a great nation. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the bottle with water, and gave the lad drink. And God was with the lad, and he grew, and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. And it came to pass at that time that Abimelech and Phicol, the chief captain of his host, spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest. Now therefore swear unto me here by God that thou wilt not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my son's son. But according to the kindness that I have done unto thee, thou shalt do unto me, and to the land wherein thou hast sojourned. And Abraham said, I will swear. And Abraham reproved Abimelech because of a well of water, which Abimelech's servants had violently taken away. And Abimelech said, I wot not who hath done this thing, neither didst thou tell me, neither yet heard I of it, but today. And Abraham took sheep and oxen, and gave them unto Abimelech, and both of them made a covenant. And Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What mean these 7 ewe lambs which thou hast set by themselves? And he said, For these 7 ewe lambs shalt thou take of my hand, that they may be a witness unto me that I have digged this well. Wherefore he called that place Beersheba, because there they sware both of them. Thus they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Abimelech rose up, and Phicol the chief captain of his host, and they returned into the land of the Philistines. And Abraham planted a grove in Beersheba, and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abraham sojourned in the Philistines' land many days.
So, yeah, so to me it's talking about Abraham and his relationship with the Lord. And his who, the person that had that child, their relationship. God said that he was gonna bless that child. And I believe he did. I believe he did. I believe he did. I believe he did. And listen, right now there are forces at work in this world that are trying to tear us apart, that are trying to divide us, that are trying to destroy us. And as Christians, we need to come together. We need each other. And listen, sometimes we don't see the big picture right away. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't see why is God allowing, like, let's say for this YouTube channel, it's existed for many years and it's still not big. So, sometimes, we might question God about it and be like, God, why hasn't this YouTube channel grown? Or this Facebook page, or this X profile? Why hasn't that grown whenever I can grow whenever it comes to a whole bunch of other things? Some people, they get famous for one video, others they get famous after their 100 video. Sometimes they do, 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 sometimes they do. Hold on right quick, guys.